What's up, everybody? It's your boy Tron. I'm over here promoting my single, Captions, coming to you on all platform streaming services, and I'm here with Hip Hop Weekly. Stay tuned.
Hip Hop Weekly cover, Hip Hop Weekly cover, Hip Hop Weekly cover.
Hip Hop Weekly All Access. This is Brianna, and we're here live today with the one and only Tron. How's it going?
Hello. How are you?
I'm good. Welcome to Hip Hop Weekly.
Oh, thank you. Thank you for having me.
Well, introduce yourself to the fans.
Well, my name is Tron. I am an up-and-coming singer, songwriter, producer. Many of you know that I come from Chili from TLC as my mom, and Dallas Austin, the legendary producer. So I'm out here promoting my new single, new album coming behind that, and making a name for myself and getting into the industry.
Definitely. Well, I see you definitely been making a name for yourself here lately with this Captions challenge.
Yes,
going viral.
It's been pretty crazy.
Like, did you expect for this to go viral?
So the funny thing is this, right? Because we did the whole challenge in Detroit at because I went on the road with my mom for a couple of days, I had some time, and she was like, she asked Phil earlier about the putting the routine together, and she was like, okay, I got to do mine now, we got to do our thing. So like, of course I expected, the challenge to kind of gravitate gradually, but I didn't expect it to be like that. I was like, oh my gosh, like I'm still like blown away right now, because it's like, and it's cool because, I always had this idea of, the best way to go about music is what's the best way to bring people together, right?
Mm-hmm.
So we had what was the challenge that was back in the it was the one with the Ray Shrimmer song, and everyone was freezing and stuff, and they would dance.
Yeah.
And we had the Harlem Shakes, you had all these whipping Nene songs, and so I was like, okay, so let's approach this like, let's bring people together, but let's make it so it's like a routine, So I did not expect it to blow up the way it did.
So, like with the challenge that's going on right now, did you have like a specific dance move to it, or you just
personally
singing?
That's another funny thing, because I told Phil and I told my mom, I was like, now I don't know if y'all are expecting me to do this exact routine like on stage or something, because there's a lot of stepping going on right now. You know what I mean?
People like,
it's a whole thing. But I had like a little bit of ideas with like the in like the whip, going with the words, because I think that's like the best way to kind of like get people to remember the lyrics of the song too, to like keep it going together. But I didn't have anything like in specific, and I just kind of let them do it. And the cool part about it now is that we have this, and and even the kids that were doing it first. That was the first video I saw, was the little Asian girl and the little black boy, and they were dancing in the front, and I was just like, yo, I was like, these kids went crazy. Like, whoa, I didn't expect it to be like that. I thought it was just gonna be one of the dances that we just add on to everything else. But it was amazing, so it's giving us a lot of push.
Oh, well, definitely, it's definitely you catching people's attention, with it, definitely. So let's talk about your journey. Of course, you came from a musical background. Your parents being in the music industry.
Right.
Of course, I'm sure that has something to do with you. Your inspiration and you becoming an artist. Where do you plan on taking your journey?
Well, it's actually kind of funny, because my journey started with me wanting to be a race car driver up until the age of like 9 or 10, and my dad was working with this British rock band named McFly, and he was at Dark back then, and I pretty much grew up in that studio, and there was a drum set there, and then I just taught myself how to play the drum set, and then after that, I just got all into it. I started producing after that. Then, I didn't even start getting into the actual artistry part until college, when I was down at Full Sail. And a lot, and the part of it also includes, it's like, where am I taking my journey, right?
Mm-hmm.
I always trying to figure out where my place is, because eventually, I am going to have to make a name for myself. I am going to have to decide, because it's like a double-edged sword. It's like, well, you can go into the industry, but if you do, because of the legacy, because of the the journey itself, there's going to be a lot of either pressure or high expectations, and that's just, it comes with the territory. And if not, it's I could have went into a whole different direction, and the cool thing about it was that my parents supported it. My parents said, if you want to be a bowler, be the best bowler in the world. So it's like, this is now what I set my mind. I dedicate myself to. I went to college for it and everything. So I was like, I'm gonna have to put 100%. I think this journey, I have plans. I want to end up in the Hall of Fame, in the history books of musicians, and that's something big for me, and that's something that I'm gonna be working towards until I get it. And the thing, they just add more push. My mom's won 4 Grammys herself, and anytime I look at them in our hallway, I'm like, I'm gonna get there. It's gonna have my name on it and everything, and it's all out of good love. That's what I love about it. It's a good push.
Who were some of the people that you aspire to work with?
You just mean like overall?
Just overall in the music industry.
Oh, I have a big list. Well, Chris Brown's actually definitely in that top 5 because one, he's an amazing performer, and and on top of that, his vocals are amazing. It's like, I really respect these real musicians who I feel that if you put them in 1980s and the 1990s, and you could even go back to the 70s, would they still be successful, right? So he's definitely on that list. Got to see my boy Drake. Yes, I've known him for a while. After he did he did a cover of my mom's song "Fan Mail," and then we just all kind of became family. So it's funny because he just kind of has watched me grow up, and so when I talked to him the other day, he was like, "Yeah, man," he was like, "It's crazy because like now you're coming out with music. Right. I saw you back in the 2010 concert, And let's see, who else we got? I'd say Sway Lee would be a great idea too. Again, I think like, style wise, I think that we'd have some good like chemistry. If I have to go on the rap side, I definitely have to say my boy J. Cole, true lyricist, and of course of the Black culture, he's one of the leading candidates. Definitely. So that's a big respect on him, and of course he and TLC did that song together, the Crooked Smile one, and this is one on the other side of genres, Red Hot Chili Peppers. I would love to do music with them. Most people don't know I actually grew up on rock, like Nirvana and System of a Down, the Gorillaz, all these type of groups, and and the cool thing was that it made me like a rock kid. So is
that what inspires your style too?
Yes,
I see that in you. Definitely.
Yes, and as you can tell, it took years for people to understand my style because I was just really like out there. I wanted to be the most like extravagant style, but I also, for example, when I was younger, I used to cut holes in my camouflage pants and I would paint on my shirts, and I used to wear a Batman mask around the house. And one time my mom dropped me off to my dad. She was like, "He won't take the mask off. You deal with this." and there's a picture of me like standing on top of Dart, and I had the holes in my camouflage pants, and I'm like this with my tongue out like Gene Simmons because I was a big Kiss fan, but I had the Batman mask on. So I still always like keep that in mind even when I'm putting my style together now. But I just try to fuse it in. What's going on with today's time,
right? Because that's what people are doing.
Yes.
People are wearing holes in their jeans and face masks.
Right, exactly.
Definitely. Wow. Okay, so it's always cool to be different too, and then you stand out. And who wants to be like everybody else anyway?
Right. Exactly.
Definitely.
Oh, and if I was gonna have to fit to the list, I'll put Kendrick Lamar because again, a beautiful lyricist.
Yeah, definitely some dope lyricists. Definitely. So, can we expect any up and coming shows or tours or anything from you?
Yes. Am I
working on it?
Can I say that I'm gonna talk about that? Yeah. Okay. Well, I'm definitely something. Big news coming soon for that. Like, big news coming soon for that. Yes, we can be expecting some very soon upcoming shows. Okay.
So right now, of course, the single "Caption" is it streaming on also streaming platforms right now?
So it will be. I will literally have an announcement on my Instagram this week about that.
Okay.
And see, that's the thing that's how it seems like for me. It's like you really just never know what can happen because it's like. Even though the dance caught along just as much as people were asking for the song, and the first gajillion comments that I was getting was asking, "Well, wait, where's the song? We can't find it because it wasn't out yet." Okay. And the thing was that we were gonna push it for a later date in September because we were gonna use this whole date to this whole month to just
So this is the warm up.
Right, but at the same time, you know, you have to act upon the action taken by people, you know, in the world. You have to not ignore the signs. You know, once the attention's on, it's time to, you know, it's time to act on it. So the challenge videos have been increasing, and if anyone has their challenge videos, please send it to me at Time Fly By. But we're going to be pushing for an early release date. Is what I'm trying to say.
Okay, all right. Well, I'm positive and, you know, confident that the fans are waiting. So,
it's coming very soon, guys. I promise.
I was just looking at your social media and I'm like, okay, here's somebody else doing it. Here's somebody else doing it. So definitely, I might have to try to do something, put a routine together.
Hey, let me know. I will post your video. It's no issue.
Okay. All right. Was there anything else you want our listeners to know that you want to promote?
Well, I have. So behind this song, I have a EP coming out, and it will be out before the end of the year. So just be looking forward to that. I am developing my video game app, the Tron Arcade. It's again another way to just bring people together.
Right.
I'll have more news on that very soon on my page. And other than that, just stay tuned. At Time Fly By. It's your boy Tron Austin. I'm coming.
Okay. Well, we do appreciate you for checking in and taking the time to speak to Hip Hop Weekly.
Of course. Thank you very much. Thank you for having me.
Definitely. Okay.